Hi, Brock. Can you hear me? Cool. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get a drink here. All right. So I did want to show off some of the mandalas that I've been working on, a couple of things here. But I also did want to show that I don't necessarily always just do this. I do traditional art too. So pardon the mess, but this is a piece of artwork that I worked on a couple years ago. Quite a few years ago. This is all pen and ink. So I just wanted to show this on the live chat too, to show that I do traditional art as well as mandalas. Mandalas are just my little fun thing, although traditional art's fun too. But this was a project that I had, or drawing that I had done for way back in the Art Institute. This was it's pen and ink with a little bit of colored pencil, tiny bit of colored pencil, but wanted to show that off. So, alrighty, I'm gonna move him out of the way so I don't knock him over. Cool. All right. So I have plenty of colors. I just like to play with the different colors of these. I'm going to put some of these back, hang them back up. I put magnets on the back of all of them. So they are all, and I hit them with a shot of clear glaze just to keep them protected good. So those, move over here. Each one of these has a specific name. Some of them my husband has called, some of them I've named. There's the grape ape, limeade, strawberry, strawberry, raspberry, daffodil, arc reactor, because I thought it looked like Tony Stark's arc reactor. Citrus. This one we still haven't come up with a name for yet. We got to work on that one. This one I called Tealicious. This is Portal. This is Hindi Blue. And Ghost. Oh, that would be a good name for that one. But then the only problem is that while I was playing around the other day, I made an alternate version. So Ghost and Anti-Ghost, maybe? So, but this one I didn't get a chance to hit spray it with clear glaze yet, or clear coat yet. But the difference between this one is, I don't know if you can really see, this one has a silverish background, and this one is just a plain stained background. No special stuff done to it. And I was playing with that one the other night, so I do like the name Ghost. That's cool. So, actually, let me put some of these up here. Pardon them. And my husband is on the chat here too, so he's monitoring for me just in case there's somebody has any questions on things. I do try to sell them for like $10 each, because the magnets are actually the things that are the most expensive. Everything else is pretty cheap, but magnets are getting really expensive lately. So Yeah, my big E is at work. I have in some of the videos I have a 12-inch mandala. The first one that I did, I put my initial E in the center of it and have mandala working all around it. It's actually almost the same kind of colors as this one. This is one I was actually just working on before I started the live feed. I'm going to post a video on how I make this one. It's not finished, and I don't want to finish it on the live. I want to put it full video of it up, but because this one is far from complete, but it is a very much work in progress. So I'm going to move it over here. And what I do is I use these blanks, and for the colored items, I love to use this. This stuff is cool. It's called Unicorn Spit. It is a water-based gel stain. Actually has a lemongrass scent to it. You can use it on a lot of things, but I've been using it to dye a lot of these. Some of these are sparkling, like this one, and some of these are just a concentrated stain that you have to water down to get it to be able to look like a good stain, like this one. This is the black one. And so I had to water it down really good and then apply it. And it does a really good job. It sticks really, really nice. I like how it flows, how it works, how it applies. It works really, really nice. And these are my favorites. These ones, that one's definitely got some sparkle to it. But I have all kinds of different things. And I was going to do another one of these ones, these colored hearts. But I'm actually going to do something go back to basic. And I also have these ones that are stained with regular wood stain. And some of the stains I use, I use two different kinds of stains. The one I use is this Varathane Golden Oak, and this Americana from, is it Delta? No, Deco Art made them. These are one of the oldest paints that I have. I have over 500 paints. And that's including my glitter and everything. I probably have more than that, but some of them I have had for over 50, 30 years. Let's not go that 50. And this is one of them, but it still works. It still puts out a beautiful walnut color. I have other colors here. This is supposed to be maple, which is a nice one. But I'm actually going to do this oak. And maybe if I have time, I will do a walnut. I'm going to grab those, put them back, hide this over here in the corner. Let me check. It is all paint, yes. No, actually, they don't. They don't harden. Somehow I have been able to keep them from hardening. Now there's another paint here that I'm going to be using. This paint is actually discontinued. The sticker, I have some other ones that the sticker is from Ames. So I had bought this a long time ago. And it is actually still really good. That's called Pigskin. This is one of my oldest paints, and I'm actually going to use it today. Brands I use are Delta. Actually, this isn't the new. This is the newest of new because they changed it to a clear sticker or label on it. This probably that's 2003, 2010. Okay, and then these, I don't even know if it even has a date. Nope. I want to say that I bought these in this one in 1989, 88, maybe, probably 88. But so let me check here. Yes. Thank you, Sal, for posting replies. And okay, so first thing I got to do is find the center, and that is pretty easy. These these hearts are 4 inches tall. So from the bottom through the center, where's my pen? It's 2 inch from the bottom. That gives me my perfect center. This one, I'm actually going to use my new pen, my new tool that I got. Hopefully this marks it. Oh yeah, that works. This is a new chalk pencil that I got off of Amazon. That is really all I need for that one. Yeah, I'm also going to... Haha, funny. 1900s. Okay. Actually, isn't the right one? Yeah. Okay, this one. Sweet. Cool. Okay. And normally, some people, when they do mandalas, they'll take these stencils in a way and put them over the center, and then they can take a pencil, or the chalk pencil and draw the lines out. But I've actually done enough of these where I don't actually need this. And I have different. Are those the same? Those are the same. No, they aren't the same. Yeah, one's tighter, the other one's larger than that. So cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these two is I'm going to choose 2 sets of hues. One of them I'm going to do is this brown set here. And I'm actually thinking yeah, I think I'm going to do red on that one and green on this one. So I'll do brown on both of them, but the secondary color will be green for there and red for that. That looks good. I'm making 2 separate ones. So this will be, oops, what the heck just fell? I don't know what just fell. All right, move this out of the way. Okay. Now, just to show you the tools that I use, these are, I also got these off Amazon. They were just called DIY mandala stones. It came with a whole kit. You're supposed to came with these templates and things that you can use for it. Can't remember what else it came with. I took a piece of wood, and because the only thing it didn't come with was a block or a stand to put them in, so I had to create my own. So I made this really very, very, very rough one that I could probably make a better one, but it comes with I have it all in the different sizes up to the level that I need. But to do the center dot, it is usually number 25 or 26. 25 fits right there on it. So let's pull that one off to the side. Oops. Actually, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. So this one is going to look like this one, except where I have pink, I will apply the tan color, and where I have the teal colors, that will be my red. I'm doing that one on this one. Move that one to the side. So that's what I'm going to model it after. Over here. Yeah, I think it would look too foresty, so I think the red will really, really pop off this one. Even though I can make one later with the, I definitely have enough hearts to last. I can try one with the red, with the green. I play around, I mix up the different colors and mess around with them. Some people who do the mandalas, they will take their base color and they will add white to it to get the variations of the hues. I have so many paints that I actually will have created my own hues out of all of the paints that I have. So I'm going to do, let's see how well this one is. So I didn't shake it very well. Oh, it looks beautiful. Okay. So I don't pour my paints. Oh my gosh, there's dog hair all over the place. I don't pour my paints into a tray or into a cup or anything, because then you end up, as the paint dries in that cup, you waste it. So I just use it straight from the bottle, use the lids as my paint container, I guess. And that has a nice, lovely bubble on it. I'm just going to remove a little bit of that. Okay. Oops. Move my... Okay. Now, even though I did the dot to it, some of these old paints give a great big giant gob of goo on it. So I will stretch this around a little bit. I'm going to get my bigger brush. What the heck is falling all over the place here? Whoa, 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 I got water in it somehow. All right. I will come back when that's dry and put a better coat on that. Sometimes I have to do that. Oh, that's what fell. Okay. Okay. Let's do pink. Pinky pink. Actually, our black lab is sitting on my foot, so I've got. I'm surprised that it's not her moving, and she's a regular bull in a china shop here, and she wants to. She gets excited about something. She blasts through you to get to it. There's one of her hairs. The Aussie will just sit off to the side and go, yeah, whatever you're doing. Don't care. Alright. I'm aiming right down from the top of the heart, and we will go right there. And it's just to get enough on the tip of the tool to do it. And I space these out. My tip. Ta-da. Well, I let that set. Let's do the other one. I'm going to do that in the center too. Come on. The goop. Some of them I do, and I like them instantly. Some of them it takes a while for them to grow on me, and then I really start to like it. Put my pen. This color on this King's Gold on this walnut makes me think of the like the national park signs. it's those two colors that they use, and then they apply a little bit of green or something in it. But yeah, it's those two colors. Which is funny that those things are now becoming a thing to that you see them on stickers and things like that, and it's funny that they're turning them into that. All right. I actually don't want to do the lightest green. I want to go to my next color green on this. No, I actually don't twist it. I just pull it right off the center and just be very careful in placing it. I may rock it around a little bit to try to make sure that the because that is a wide. There's a lot of real estate on the tips of this type of a tool versus the smaller ones like this, where this or a dot works really good. But this one you have to like really make sure that you've got the paint coverage on it, but you don't want to also put a great big giant gob of paint on it and squish it down because it will flow out further. So you have to just be very mindful of how much paint you put on it and how much pressure you apply to it. But that's a good question. Thanks, Brom. I appreciate it. And I hope you don't mind if I call you Brom, because bromicitis sounds, I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's easier. All right, here we go. One. Oh yeah, that's a better. Some of my paints I'll end up having to, if I use the pencil to go over, or even the chalk line, you'll start to see my line, my circle that I originally drew. And so then I'll take a paintbrush and just give it another shot over top of it, um, to cover it up. When I first started doing these, and I was applying the stencils and drawing the lines out and everything, then it got to be kind of hard to remove the lines after I painted it. So I just kind of stopped doing it, and now I kind of just do them by eyeballing them all. Probably should count how many dots I put around the things, but I always forget to do that. Okay, good. All right. Here's my old paint. Feel a lump in it. Hopefully this works. And now, as I said, each one of these has like I think it's 5 millimeters is the size, 6 millimeters this, and then it goes up. I use the even numbers pretty much on all of these. Sometimes in the dots in the center, once I've built it out, I'll switch and do the odd number dots, ends on the inside of them. Okay, we'll hope this still works. I mean, the paint's good, but it doesn't have a lot of thickness. Oh, it's perfect. We did go see Superman yesterday. Um, I am not a DC fan as much as I am a Marvel fan. Um, I am X-Men is my go-to, but I do like the MCU and how they've done some stuff, or done that series. Um, and I can't wait to see Fantastic Four here. Um, I liked Superman. Um, but yeah, it was good. It was good, but I just don't. My husband's in the chat, and he can talk more about how we felt about it. There's one point where they They don't hurt Crypto the dog, but they kidnap him, I guess. That's a spoiler. Um, and I said today, I said if they had killed Crypto, I would have walked out of the theater because that is just not something I want to see. Dogs gotta live, especially Crypto. But I didn't laugh a lot in it. There were some parts that were fun, but it wasn't really. I know it's not supposed to be comedic and stuff, but I thought that there would have been a little bit more stuff to chuckle over, so to speak. Um, I know John Wick. I won't see John Wick because I know what happens in the first one, and so I will not see that. Um, there's actually an app that's called Does the Dog Die? And you can download it and you can enter in any movie and you can ask it to let you know, is an animal harmed? Does the dog die? Is it emotional? Is there does it show specific triggers for you? And I probably should have looked at that before we went to see Superman, just so that I could know that dog was okay. But I really I don't like it when they hurt animals like that, even if it's spiders. Don't kill spiders, okay? Come on, the spiders are good. And yes, the guy who played Lex Luthor, Nicholas Holt, um, I think he did an excellent job. Um, he definitely did a very, very good Lex Luthor. Actually, I almost want to say that he probably surpassed um, the Lex Luthor. I can't remember the guy's name from Smallville. I thought he played a good Lex Luthor too, because he didn't. To play Lex Luthor, you have to really show no emotion. You have to show lack of caring of people, and he did a very good job. And no, it's not because I like Nicholas Hoult, not just because he played Beast in the X-Men series, but he does good. I have not watched. I think he's in Nosferatu. I need to watch that sometime. Maybe that'll be my Halloween movie later on. Well, that's looking nice. I love those colors. Rosenbaum, that's what his name was. Yes. Yes, he was very good. I liked Smallville because of him, and I thought Tom Welling also played a good Superman or Clark Kent. Tom Welling was actually at a we were at a Comic Con here in Pittsburgh. It's called SteelCon, and Tom Welling was there. And if I'd known it, I would have tried to at least peek to see him. But I had also heard for the Superman movie that there was a lot of that there were a lot of Easter eggs, and apparently Christopher Reeve's son makes a cameo, and I just didn't catch it. I didn't catch where he was at in the thing. And actually, first we're talking a Smallville. I actually think is it Julian Glover that played Lex's dad? He was worse than. He was really good. Because he definitely made the character so that Lex could be just as bad as his father. And it's not Julian. I can't remember his name. Now, in some of these, let's zoom this in a little bit. In the second row here of these, I probably will go back over with it with the same color and just apply it, because it did have a. It is an old paint, but it does have bubbles in it, and I want to get rid of those bubbles. If I see them immediately, I can pop them with the. This is also I think some people call it a stylus, but it is also a dotting tool too. That it does the finer dots around an item. Like if I do, actually it's on here. I usually will do these smaller ones, and you can continue. The white tools usually just give you a one-time dot, whereas these ones that have the ball on the end of them give you the ability to do a gradation of big to small around the items. So, but like this one here, that that last set of pink I will probably go over it again, because you see when you do the dip, when you do the dotting, you dot it on and it pulls it off, it sucks the paint to the center. So I will probably go over those ones again once it dries to give it a better, to get the paint to spread all the way out to the side. I don't want to do it now, because if I do it now, then I will lift that paint, the wet paint in the center, and then we'll leave a gap and it would look bad. No, the only Easter egg that I did see in, I don't know if you want to call it an Easter egg, in Superman, James Gunn's brother, Sean, always is in the show or in his movies at some point. And he did make a little cameo at the end of it. I didn't know. Oh my gosh, someone's stuck. Hold on. I didn't realize until later that he actually did all of the scenes of Rocket. He was the on-set Rocket, even while he was the crap, can't remember his character's name that he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, but yeah, he was on there. But I'm sure I'm going to say the universe scene, I'm sure there's probably lots of Easter eggs sitting in there. for somebody much far nerdier than me in the DC universe can go through and nitpick all over. Also, speaking of Superman, if you happen to have TCM, Turner Classic Movies, they are showing the Christopher Reeve Superman. They have it on their app. I was actually checking them out to see if there was any movies on there that I could watch to fall asleep to. But I didn't want to play that one because I would have wanted to stay up and watch it, because I remember watching that one in the movie theaters as a kid. And there's the line of where he catches Lois Lane and falls out of the helicopter, and he flies up to catch her, and he says, "Don't worry, ma'am, I've got you." And she says, "You got me, who's got you?" I always laugh at that line. There's also a he shows up on the scene, and some guy in a like a disco outfit or something is there and comments on his suit. I have not seen like the Zack Snyder's movies of Batman. I actually haven't even seen Wonder Woman, and I probably should have. But oh, come on, Pete. A little bit more goo. There we go. And actually, I didn't even see in the. We stay through the whole credits, pretty much every movie, unless it's. I don't think there's. I think there's been only one movie that we've left in the credits scene just to. The movie sucked. I can't remember what it was, but I would have thought that they would have like put a memoriam or in memory of for Gene Hackman for being the first. I don't want to say first Lex Luthor, because there were the other TV shows and things like that, but he did play a good villain. It's sad to hear what happened to him and his wife. It's like, that's crazy. What I did just there was that I don't want to take a paintbrush and swirl them around, so sometimes I will take just this other dotting tool and move the paint around that way instead of brushing it around. It helps move the paint around. So far, yeah, I'll probably have to fix this one too. Yeah. Okay, that was number 10. Next one is number 12. Hold on a second. Shoot. How do I keep track? You can't see it, but off to the side here, I have all my colors like separated, so and they're in order, so that I know. Okay, I grab this one, I grab this one, I grab this one, I grab this one. So that's that's why that's how I know which one to grab next. And the way I do the circles, like now I'm on this is number 12. So I did 4, 6, 8, 10, and now I'll do 12 on the dots. So you get progressively bigger as it goes out, so it helps with the things. The only thing I think is weird on this one is that how the paint that I'm doing is actually in person. I can't see this, as I'm looking at my computer screen here to see what you guys are seeing. You can see the dots really good, especially if I turn it that way too. So it's kind of funny that in person here underneath the lights that I've got, I can't see that the second row. I can see the green really good, but I can't see those very well. I just got pink on my fingers. Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't want pink someplace where I don't want pink. Okay. 12. Woo! That is like lipstick, like old Avon colored lipstick. It's called watermelon, I believe. Yeah. It is very, very watermelon. Better drop on that one. I don't normally, when I mess with this watermelon color, I do definitely have to put a second coat or second coated dots on it, because it does get a bit transparent, and I do see dots showing. Pop bubbles if I can. Pop, pop. This looks good. Oh, geez. there's a dog hair, right? I can get it. Spend another hour trying to get this dog hair off there. Screw it, me. Got it. Sabine, stop shedding. Sabine is sitting underneath me. What's up before? Okay, so we did that one. Now we got green. All right, I already know what this one's going to be called. Chocolate covered cherries. Because when I get the darker red on it, yeah, that's chocolate covered cherry already. Okay. I need like a mini Lazy Susan to spin these things around on. But I don't want it to be huge. I want it to be like some Lazy Susans are like a good inch off of the table, and I don't want that. I just want one that's short and small. Actually, this one. Beautiful. Okay. That has to dry. While I'm doing it, that second row of pink is dry. What do I got? 4, 6, 8. 6, 8. I'm going to go back over that. Here we go. My only problem when I start doing these things is that because I already got wet paint on the thing is, I'm going to get wet paint and bump it and smear it, and can't really remove it because sometimes it gets ingrained into it. It gets absorbed into the stain or into the wood, and then it ruins the whole thing. All right, that looks better. That darker row of brown isn't dried up as much, but it's doing good. What we got here? We're good. Okay, now switch to obviously to do these oval ones, I don't use the regular circle dots. There was this company, I will promote them here, Claude Designs. They are actually in Australia. I found them on Etsy, and they make mandala dotting tools. And they actually, with a 3D printer, I should say, I actually got this nice set from them. And it's also the same. It's all in gradations, but they don't start off with their one. They don't have a 1 because a 1 would be a circle, a little tiny tip. So they start theirs off with 2 and 3, and it goes up to, I believe, 25 is the biggest one. But those are the ones I've used, and obviously that's been my go-to size 13. So we will put that off. Now, I don't necessarily have to follow this pattern. I can switch it up. I can do another row of dots and keep going dots. But I've and even on some of these, like for instance this one, I call these like the pins, push pins kind of thing, where you put the dot in, and then as soon as you do it, you take a tool like this and then just pull the center down so that you give the tip of it. I could definitely do that on these, but I'm going to do the oval shapes on this one too. So give me 1 second here. Yes, the 3D effect is the bubbling. On some of them, let me see if actually should be on this one. Can't really feel them as much on this one. Some of them, if I apply, if I can't get enough of a deep color, I got pink on me again. Sometimes they can get like braille. You feel the texture of the dots on them. But for the most part, they usually just stay flat. Once they start to dry, it gives a little bit of a bump. But other than that, it can give, depending on how much paint gets sucked up into the center. Okie dokie. Number 13, and raw sienna. This is also another old paint. This is probably from this was a place called Frank's Nursery. They were here in Pittsburgh around 1997, 90, between 97, 98. I know they kind of tore it down. They put an Aldi's in the spot instead because I couldn't get it. I can't shake it. It's a cool color. So these I do the same thing as like I do the center. The only odd thing with this is kind of where if I put the stencil lines down, it would make it a little easier for me to, oh sure, here's where the dot goes. And get it so that it's in a straight from here, this center to this center in a perfect line, not crooked when I try to do it. But that is the beauty, I should say, of handmade stuff, is that especially some of these mandalas, is that they're not, you can make them very symmetrical, and some of them you don't need them to be. Now this, I put a great big giant gob on there. I am going to not scrape, I'm actually like dabbing off a little bit. And I also don't want it to be like pouring over the sides, so. All right, here we go. I rock it back and forth. Ta-da! Now, this, I will take my paintbrush and move it around. It is toasty warm up here today. Oh, it's raining out again. Yay! Need the rain. Okay, this angling. Brush. Scrape off what's on there. Again. Okay, and I've learned to definitely keep these ones clean. Because as you can see, it looks, this one's okay, but this one's fatter. And that's because I had a lot of paint going off the side of it, so I have to keep the tools clean. Move that out of the way so I don't spill it.
I hear the rain. Yay! At least it isn't thundering, because if it was thundering, then especially the black lab would be running downstairs and jumping on my husband. Here we go. I've had lots of dogs, lots of different kinds of dogs, all throughout my life, and I've never had two dogs so chicken when it comes to not just thunder, but any noise. But that's okay. I understand. Normally get them, once they realize that you aren't freaking out over the noise, then they won't freak out, but okay. Our one black lab that we had before Sabine here, her name was Annie. She was she very mild. She would let you do it, had no problem, wasn't scared over noises or anything. She just, I could even take her walking while people were putting off fireworks, and she didn't mind it at all. These two want to hide underneath the bed as soon as that last week already, and these two don't like it at all. But for Halloween, because she was a black lab, I did it to her. Did it to her twice. For a while there, I was doing face painting, and so I had face paint and stuff. And the one year, I painted Venom's white eyeballs on her head, and we took her. And then another year, I painted a full body skeleton on her, so she was a black dog with a white skeleton painted on her. And I think when I painted her up as Venom, we went to the local PetSmart. Somebody looked at her and actually thought that that was her fur color. The white that I painted on her was, because they stopped and asked me, like, did she come like that? Was she born like that? I'm like, no, that's paint. It's, they're like, oh, okay. Like, really, really disappointed them. And I didn't have a natural Venom dog, I guess. That's another thing I gotta do. I have actually not watched the Venom movies. I gotta watch those. I don't know. There are some actors I don't care to watch because I think they're been overhyped, maybe. And I don't mean to say that about Tom Hardy, but he was Bane in the what was it? The Dark Knight Returns, or one of the Dark Knight, Christian Bale, the Batman ones. I did not like it. I did not like his voice. I didn't, and that just kind of that ruins it. So I think that's why I have not watched any of the Venoms, because I don't want Venom to have that voice. Even though I knew he made a special. I had watched something about how he thought that Bane should have that. That moved on me. That Bane should have that accent and that. You would have expected Bane to have. I walk this back. Okay, I used to watch religiously the Batman animated series. I recorded them. I have them on DVD. I have them. I've got this series. I loved that. That was awesome. It was okay, good. It was awesome. It was great. I love the Art Deco of it, and that Bane. Woo! We are really getting those good rain. I don't have to water the plants tonight. That Bane, I can't remember who they got to do the voice for it, but he was perfect. Because Bane was from the South Americas, and they got somebody to do the accent, and he was perfect. Funny thing of that show, when at the time, I was collecting Batman comic books with my sister, and we had just read about Bane cracking and breaking Batman's back. And when they went to show that on the show, my sister and I were watching the TV really, really close in our room, and when he lifted up Bane, when Bane lifted up Batman over his head to break his back, my mom accidentally just happened to walk into the room at that time, and my sister and I both yelled "No!" and my mom was like, "All right, I'll come back later," and turned around and left. But so I was very disappointed in Tom Hardy's Bane version. So. There we go. Yes, keep it cleaner. We are really getting some really heavy rain out there. took a look out my little window here, and I can't see very much of the house across the street. Dog hair, another dog hair. Out of the dog hair. Yay, 2 more on that one. Puppy dog is nicely smoothing underneath my feet. Brush. What time is it? It is 6 o'clock. Almost 6. Okay. Put that guy off to the side. It's just me, puppy. Yeah. Actually, shake this and get a little bit more paint on it. do a double tap. There we go. Oh, that looks nice. I do like this one. Now this, there isn't, just to show you, there isn't that much paint on this end of it when I dipped it. So I'm just kind of manipulating the paint around on this to get more coverage on that. Oh, you gonna wake up now, huh? Hmm? You gonna move around? Whoa. And when I tried to rock it back and it moved on me, so this one's gonna be bigger than the, it got wider on me. Oof. So she just sat on my other foot. Okay. Now I think I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that. Hi, Mama Wolf. I didn't see you enter the chat. We just had some really good. It wasn't really a thunderstorm. It was just really, really heavy rain, and all of a sudden, I'm gonna wipe all it. The power blinked, and it's funny because it's just been kind of doing that lately. I think there was a transformer or something blew up in the area a week or so ago, and we've been having problems with our power since then. So actually, let me go back here to this and shake this back up. I should have had my I'm using my iPhone as my camera. I should have had something else as a backup on it. Come on, pop the bubble. Oop. now I have two dogs sitting underneath me now. I'm trying to squeeze underneath this. Don't bump me, dogs. Yossie's usually okay when it rains. She doesn't get too crazy. The lab, Sabine, she doesn't like rain hitting the windows. And she is very, very far underneath my desk here. And the Aussie is now sitting beside me. As Ahsoka. Friday was her birthday. She turned 4. So she got, well, we all got steak. I always make them a steak for their birthdays. And Sabine just buy these little mini steaks that are pretty much like 4 inches big. They're not big at all. And I throw them on my little George Foreman grill, and then I make us some bigger steaks, and I take the juice that comes off of it and put it in their dog food, and I chop up the steak for them really good and put that in their dog food, and then they are very, 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 very happy with me for a good while, and until they realize that, oh, we're eating steak too. I'm going to go sit on your lap. So steak. Mama, where are you at? I forget. Yeah. Oh, and Mama, this to introduce you, Sal Halo Fan for Life is my husband. Normally he listens to the nightly thing from his chair. He doesn't join in because he might be playing Halo or doing something else. But sometimes if I say that he's sitting in the peanut gallery commenting, that's him. But he. There we go. Now I got 2 of these silly dogs sitting underneath me. This is funny. You goobers. So good. Don't unplug anything. She's laying against the side of the table, and I have all my extension cords and stuff plugged into stuff. And hopefully she won't pop anything and unplug. So far I'm all good. But sometimes they get a little, even Sabine, she'll get too crazy and want to do something, and she's starts. You try to have stuff out of the way, like kid-proof your house and stuff, but no, and I need to dog-proof it. And even when you dog-proof it, she still finds a way to, like, oh, I'm gonna unplug this, or she hasn't chewed on anything in a good while, which is good. But when we get a bad storm like this, then the both of them kind of get very antsy and want to jump up on you, want to get you. Actually, hold on a second here. This paint. Actually, you just scrape off. Don't do it over your paint. Yes, Sabine. What you doing, Sabine? Yes, I know. I know, puppy dogs. Time for a drink. Oh, hi, Jerlea. Thanks for joining. And if you got to go, Mama, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah, my husband really likes and I do. I like the outgoing music that he plays at the end of his videos for the live streams. Those are the little bluesy tune. Through YouTube, you can get use different music on your videos and things like that. And I usually try to make sure that if I do it, then I use videos that are music that's it kind of matches the art, I should say. So if I do something bright like butterflies or something, and make sure that it's bubbly and the music's bubbly and keeps you entertained. And I think one of them, one of the mandalas I did, I was doing the dots, and I found a Congo type of piece of music that kind of went in beat with the dots that I was putting down. Even though my video that I edited was like 4 times faster than what I do normally, it still, I was able to do beats to it pretty with the Congo music. It was funny. Almost done with this brown. Or I should say raw sienna. I see a dog hair right there. Another dog hair. Oh, I was going to do red on this one. Oh, great. Oops. What am I doing? All right, 2 more of these. Swing it. Make sure my paintbrush is not gobby wet. I want it to be dry. Right, you were not being very friendly, so give me a little drop. Just a drop. That's all I want. Clean off my tip. Trust me, things will pick up here in a moment here once I get. Last goo. Ew. Get that off of there. It's probably using some of these older paints as they do start to get dry. The more I leave it open, and I don't want that. Oh, did you eat your wings? Okay, good. Hey, Mama, if you get a chance to before you leave here, if you rewind once this gets posted and check out the beginning of my video, I actually show some of my other real traditional artwork that I do. No, I don't just do mandalas, I do actual real artwork. So you'll have to go back to the beginning of my video here and check that out. There we go. Last one. I swear it's the last one of these. These take forever. Sweet. There we go. All right. Seal that up. Toss it aside. Fix this one. Okay, cool. Yay! All right. Let's see. Let's go back to this one. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do these dots around it. This does get fast, so. But let me switch and not knock stuff over. Where is my tool? Blue. Okay. Here's the fun part. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Did I miss a dot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dot. Dot, 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 dot. Now, where's my cheat sheet? Could do it on a thing, but. Okay. Now, since I already have, let's see, since this are oval, normally if the starting dot would be right here, I'm actually going to dot my page and then go on the side. I'm going to skip that one for right now, but I'm going to do this one. Dot, dot, 5, 6. And I will flip the tips on these are not the same. The one is a little smaller than the other. So I have learned that the smaller tip is usually like the size of the second, like 1, 2, 3. So it would be the third one, and that would be probably about right here. So 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives me my perfect dots. And before I switch to the other side, let me dry off my tips. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side of this because that dot is already there, so I don't need it. So I will dot off on the paper and then come back and do the 3, 4, 5, 6. So paper, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Paper, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And paper, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how you get those nice little dots around it. Okay, so here with you, dot 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dot 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dot 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Paper 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Paper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that one is just a tiny dot there, so I'm actually going to pull from some of these and dot it. Just give you a zoom up shoot of what those. Okay. Oh, who got dog hair in the paint? You dogs. I got both of them still here. Yep. This is funny. Soka usually never comes up and lays with Sabine while I'm doing this. It's usually just always Sabine. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hmm. Actually, all right. What's the nice thing about these? I'm not going to do the gold there over these ones like I did on that one. On here, it shows up. On here, I want something to show up around those ovals. So I'm going to actually set this one aside, and I will pull out, this one's called Cricket. This is the lighter one. The use my tool here. This row here is actually this lima green version. I could put the lima greens around it and pop it out, but I actually want to do Cricket. And the nice thing about when you do some of these dots is that if you don't like those colors, I can't scrape it off because it's applied. It's other things, like if I was doing it on stone or something, I could probably try to really wipe it off, but it gets stuck and it gets absorbed into the wood. So it's a little harder to wipe off and remove. But what's nice about these doing it dots this way is that I can basically just let that dry and then I can apply the dots over top of it. So if I decide that when I do this Cricket, if I don't like how light it is and I want to do the lima green one, I can just let it dry and then just come back over it and do the lima green over it. So this, it's kind of experimental too. You get to see what colors you work together. So here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, actually, I think that works. Yeah, that works. That looks good. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have a May the 4th video, and I actually have to finish making that, finish painting that one. I just started working on it May 4th, and where I work, May is rather crazy busy, and we deal with graduations and stuff, and so I didn't get a chance to finish it, but I started. I think I went live, did it live for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then I quit. But I still continued filming it, and I do want to post the finished video of it. No, we can't really do another May the 4th, so I will have to ask Sal here what should be the next day to release the full video of the R2 the bank that I'm painting. Switch that around. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's where it gets tricky as I turn this and handle it. To move it around, I gotta make sure I don't bump what I've already painted. So I usually hold on to them with my fingernails. 4, 5, 6. 3, 2. Dot 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're heading in the home stretch. Yay! All right. That's dry enough. I can dot, 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 dot. Oh! Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that looks better with the lighter green around that. So come on, let's think of some good names for this one. I already got, I'm naming this one chocolate covered cherries. Yep. Okay. Because I'm going to put the dark red there now. All right, put that guy away. I don't need him anymore. Don't need that anymore. We're gonna move this off to the side a little bit. Oop, hold on a second. Clean up some of my tools here for a sec. Oh, I never put that. Okay, 8. Yeah, it'll work. I'm gonna put 8 right there. As I said before, each one of these kind of gets to be a little different. Some of them can be the same, but some of them I end up altering a little bit, whether by color or the pattern. And this one I was trying to follow this one, but in this one I put another dot and then I put another smaller ovals around it, and I don't want to do that because I want to try wrapping this one up a little bit better and getting it done. So I'm just going to do this, put this red dot there. Okay. Let's get the dog hairs off of this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, actually, now that one watermelon layer is dry, let's get it back with its layer. Here you can see, let me pull this up. grab a hold of my other tool. Some of them definitely need a second coat or a second dot over top of it. You can see how the difference between that full second coat is versus this one. And you get some of them where when you pull the tool up, it swoops up into the middle of it. So that's where you get that dot there. So you get this lighter edge dot around it, and I don't want that. And some of them end up being kind of messy. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make them move out of the way so that I don't bump it. So we can get a little more paint on that one. And I'm not pressing really hard on these. I'm just pretty much dabbing them to the point where they don't even really touch. I just am just looking at that I see enough paint coming out around the edges of it, and that's where when I let it go and lift it back up. The only ones that actually that I feel tap the actually item is the wood is when I do the smaller dots with these tools, because you have to feel the hit of the surface to do it. Okay. Ta-da! Yeah. I almost want to call this one Acorn, because the background is oak. Think about it. Let me put that back. I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to grab this brown. Now, because I've got, I've kind of, got a zigzag line going through here. I need to smooth it out. Not necessarily like actually smoothing, but what I need to do is I need to apply more dots to actually get my curve that I want to do, so that I can do the extra of, oops, I'm pointing to something that's off screen and you can't see it. Actually, let me grab this one. I'll show you this one. I usually do like the last row here around is my key circle, and that would be this set here on this one. And then I do the gradation of the other dots going off to it. So that's what I need to do. Whereas here, this one, I have the two dots in between the pin dots, I guess. So I want to do that here along the side. So what I need to do is I need to take a smaller tip, and I'm going to put two dots here, and that way I have a nice arc going around it. Okay, how about reverse ghost? Or ghost reverse? I don't know. We're thinking about it. You didn't see it earlier. We were looking. I couldn't come up with a name of this one. I think Ghost was our name for it, and then I had played around and I made a reverse version of it, and come up with names for all of these, just so that I have, just for fun. I call them different ones. But yeah, so we have this one's ghost. This one, I don't know. Anti-ghost. Oh, I said anti-ghost and maybe reverse ghost or something. It needs something. Like exposure or something like that. Something that's the negative ghost. I don't know. We'll think. We'll think about it. All right. So for this one, okay. Normally I've done the even numbers to this point, but what? What did you say, Teller? I said the light, fusion and fission. Ah. Yeah. The light. And now both the dogs took off running off because they heard him yell. They thought that he was yelling for them. And now Sabine's back up here like, oh, hi, how are you? It was just a false alarm. Okay. Actually, I need to shake that up better. Get more ink, or more paint on my top. Is it? There's a lag? Oh, okay. Maybe we still... Okay. So anyways, so normally I do the even numbered dots out to this point, except this one's 25. So this is 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then this was it 13, I think, for the ovals. And the dots, I don't really measure these ones here. But in order to do this one, maybe I should just do 6 instead of 7. Or should I do 5? Yeah, I'll try 6. Wow, that didn't seem very good. Pour a little good drop. There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, squeeze under there, doggy. Actually, yeah, that is too big of a dot. Let's switch to 5. There we go. And don't touch the paint you just did. This is why by this point the center point is dry, so I usually put my finger right on the center so that I can spin it that way and hold on to it. And dot and dot and dot. Dot. Cool. Okay, that was what I was afraid of on this one. That brown, you can barely see it. Against that background. But that's fine because I have it here too. Even on this line, you can't. It's very, very blending in with the background, which is fine. All right. So let's switch. I'll let that guy dry because I need to not bump it. Okay. So let's do that same thing. What was that? That was that 8 and 7? Yeah. All right. This I'm gonna do a little differently. Or should I? No. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Oops, I did 7. Okay. Sabine came back up and is now back underneath my feet. I think Soka stayed downstairs. Okay. Now you see these numbers actually, if you may see that I have numbers written across the tops of all of these. That is because, like I said, I have over 500 of these. And what I do is I take these sticks and I apply it as like this is the one coat and dog hair off. And this would be like a 2 coat, and then I write down what the name of it is, and then I give it a code number for it so that if I'm looking for colors to match, not they aren't all loose like this. I actually have a great big giant I want to say necklace, the term for it, but I use that so that I can okay, this color goes with this color, and I can mix match and play around with my colors. But that's how I end up. That's why there's numbers on the tops of all of these because they are all the different variations of it, and so I go through, and sometimes I've gotten somewhere. I had 48 and 48 2. I already had a 2, so I called this 2A to fit it in because it fit within the line of hues of it, and playing around with different things to get them to. Oh, that one's stuck. There we go. Okay. This one. Yeah, this is looking more acorny. dot and turn here. That. Dot. Cool. Okay. Okay, this one. On this one, I put 2 dots inside of the oval, and I kind of think I need to do that at least 1, maybe 2 dots in the inside of this. And I'll do it to that one too, because it definitely needs it. So let's go. Oops, no, it's not that one. It's this color. Nope. Give me 9 or 10. 10 will be good. Woo! 10 is big. Or the big dot. All right. Okay. Drop. And drop. What I do for some of these others, oh, this opens, okay, good. Sometimes at this point, I will also go back through, let's see, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that means either 8 or 7. Let's do 7. Here we go. Purple. Sorry, I get a little quiet when I start to concentrate on certain things. Trying to make sure I'm good on my dots and placement. There we go. pick this up so you can see it closer. I really am liking this lighter green around it. It almost makes it look like I put gold on it and that it's fixing that up. But yeah, I will do that second row with the lighter color here on the inside. And then I'll set this one off to the side, let it set, and I'll work on the other one here. Okay, so that was 2, 4, 4, 6. Oh, I didn't pull it out. It's right here. It's 4. Oh, there we go. Ew. Cool. Okay, while I have that open, let me fix up the center a little bit better. Actually, that's somebody said picnic basket. Picnic basket. That's actually what I should call it. I should call it Yogi. Instead of acorn, I should call it Yogi. Because I have grape ape, so I'm gonna call him Yogi. Or Boo Boo. I don't know. What do you think? Should I do the green row? Or leave that as is? Kind of like the green as is. Alright, let's put that aside. Back to this guy. Okay. We're going to do the same thing here with this. That was that color. There's 10 big dot. Get the hairs off. I think I'm getting so many hairs up here on my table because the ceiling fan is on, and the ceiling fan is probably kicking up a lot of the fur. So normally if I don't have the ceiling fan on, I don't have nearly as much dog fur on my table. Oop, what's that green doing there? Get that green out of there. Hold on. Who's underneath me? Oh, it's Ahsoka underneath me. I thought it was Sabine. Or is Sabine underneath me too? I don't know. What's up, Ahsoka? What's up, puppy? What's up, puppy? I know. Don't bump me. Yes. Just lay down. Actually, since that was that one, I'm going to give it. This was this row, so I'm just giving it the extra oomph of color of a second dot coating. Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. Now, while that dries, that was you. Give me this big guy. And 5. Of course, the Aussie comes up and I get more longer hairs up here of hers. But that's okay. We love her. Okay, now I'm going to do 6. And what I'm going to do is I'm kind of freestyle the circle around the edge here. And I'm going to do this with 6 to start, and then it'll be graduating up in size as I go. This I don't normally follow. Some people will follow the pattern, like you've got to put the dot here in this. Let me get pink. In this space and this space, and then put a dot here, but then you have this space and this space, and it kind of gets gappy, and I don't really like to do it. I kind of like to do it as a line around it to just kind of tidy it up and keep it contained in a way, keep the design contained in a way. So I'm just gonna eyeball this. Sometimes I will pull out I have stencils that I've made of various sizes, larger sizes of circles, and I will apply those. But this one, I think I actually got it looking pretty good. I'm not crooked. Okay. And I think also actually for this one, since I got a lot of brown in the center, I'm actually going to do all the reds and the pinks flowing out of it. I saw here. You silly dogs. Okay. Dot. Dot. Dip. Let's put a little dip right there. Cool. Oh. Tip. All right, so you can see this one here nice and cool. Did that dry yet? Yes. Okay, so let's finish this guy off. All right, so we go backwards. That was my darkest. Next one is this one. And that was 6, so now I jump up to 8, if I can find it here in my mess of... Where'd it go? 5, 6, 10, there it is. Okay, and again, gotta put my finger on the center because it's not... it is dry and I can't touch the outside. Normally it takes me, depending on the style, it can take me maybe 2 hours. It depends on the paint too. Like if I have a lot of problems with the paint, getting bubbles, and whether or not I use those oval tips, I can usually knock one of these out in 2 hours. That does not include the staining of the background. I usually do that like the day before, and I will do a whole bunch of them. These natural wood ones, like this walnut, the oak, the maple, those ones that I have, I don't have a problem with them. I should say this. The only issue I have with the using the unicorn spittle as a stain for the wood is it. I will stain them, and then I have to actually take them outside and spritz them with a shot of the clear coat, because if I don't, the stain actually, if I apply a lighter color paint, the stain will actually start to absorb up into the paint. And that's really, really true if I use white. I have original ones that I had been working on. Actually, here's a good sample one. Now, this wasn't unicorn spit. This was the background was a different type of stain. It was a water-based stain, but you can see that the white absorbed the stain into these. And while it made it look cool and everything and this kind of turned it pinkish, that's not what I wanted. And so like really, really got bad here on some of these. So for ones that I apply a non-traditional wood color stain to it, I actually shoot them with, give it a little clear coat and use that, because then that protects the stain from absorbing up into the paint as I paint, as I apply it and let it set. So, all right, that was pink, pink, pink. Now we're back to watermelon. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was 8. Now we're on 10. So when I do the unicorn spit ones, grab a hold of this carefully. I will, anything that I stain actually, I will do it like on a Saturday and I'll stain a whole bunch of them of the colors that I want, and then I will let them sit for a few hours, take them outside, hit them with the clear coat, and then let that set overnight so that it doesn't affect anything. But oh yeah, it's definitely chocolate covered cherries. Did I just pull up a hair? Is that a hair there? Yes. Don't care. Liquid paint for so long, I can tell as soon as I lift off something where there's a hair. Oh, give me this. You can just tell as soon as you lift it, touch something. Nope, didn't get it. There, I got it. Yep. And that's the only problem it does. All right. I would turn off my ceiling fan if it was cooler. And we have the AC on, but upstairs it doesn't get as cool as downstairs because, of course, heat rises and you get gets pretty hot up here. Aha, I didn't touch that. All right. Let's top chat. Let me see everybody's live chat. Oh, I see that hair. Okay, that was 10, so the 12 is the largest. And I at least don't have to show very much of it. So put my finger there. And I can really load up on the tip on this one because it's going off the side. Nope, come on here. Give me color. Sweet. Okay. Same for this. It's just eking off the side. Cool. All right. This one is almost done. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into those browns and do the smaller dots on it like I did the other. And let's grab 8 and let's see. White 2. Yes, it will be you. Yeah. Okay. And here's where it gets tricky, where I have to watch where my fingers are. Okay, that was 12 there. I'm going to do 8 as the center dot. Yeah. Or maybe it wasn't 10. I think it was 10. That works still. Move that off to the side. Just lifting it. Okay, so this is not getting the full size of the 8. It's probably actually getting like a 6. No, actually getting like a 7-ish. But what I'm doing is, because there's a raised dot of the paint sitting right there on that one, I'm just hitting that and letting it set on it. I'm not pressing down. I'm just tapping it on that. And don't touch the new stuff. So. Actually, I'm not going to turn it anymore. Okay. All right, do that again here on this set. Let me give it some. Update the paint. 6. Sweet. There we go. Now, King's Gold on those centers. Actually, I'm going to try 3 first, because if 3 is too... Yeah, 4 will be good. All right. It's always easier to do the smaller size first to see how well it looks, fits, and then get larger, not larger to smaller. I can't do that on this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sweet. This one's nearly done. Let me fill in that center. Touch someplace. There we go. Ta-da! All right. I will not bore you with... Whoa. Spilling my paint. That's when I will bore you. Sheesh. Come on. Get with it. All right. Let me peel this off to the side again. Okay. I'm calling this one done. I will go through and fix that watermelon line. That paint just doesn't like to be done, but I will fix that. But I am calling this one done. And that looks really good. I really like that one. Cool. All right. So let's set that off to the side. Hold on 1 second here. I gotta... Oh. Oh, I do have both of them up here. Oh, excuse me, puppy. I need to stretch my feet. What are you hiding underneath me for, huh? Ahsoka? What you doing hiding underneath me? You're a good girl. Okay. Now. Oh, I gotta put the dots in that one. Actually, I'm thinking instead of putting, I would have put that, I would have put this darker gold color in here as the next dot. I'm actually thinking I should try to put this light green in there. But like I said, I can always dip over it if it doesn't look good. But I'm really liking how that is like super bright, super highlights everything really, really good. So let's try the dot. Hi, Livin. How are you? No, you're not late at all. We actually had a little power blip, so if we were kind of down for like a couple minutes. So but thank you for joining. Why am I? Oh, my alarm's going off to tell me that I have to go water the plants, and I don't have to water the plants because the rain did it for me. Actually, scraping that off because I put too much on there. All right, so let's try it. Should have put a lighter color here instead of putting that one. I should have put the other color there. Yeah, let's do that. All right, I am going to keep it that green. Because you can't really see it. Here's what I'm looking at. And yes, you can see that color there. But I'm thinking if I changed it to this color instead of what was outside of this one, that would help pop that off more. Yes. Yep. A good old pigskin, like 30-year-old paint. 30, 35, something like that. Because you were that and that, and it's just not giving it to me. All right. So I'll let those two dry. Actually, I'll do this. I will do myself one better. Speed dry it. We 10? You're 10. And I'm okay if you see a little bit of the edge of the previous paint over top behind it. I'm not really going for perfection on these. I'm just playing around with them to see what colors go good. But I do like how that is coming out a little bit better, and I think that if I put that light green as a dot in the center of it, it'll look a lot better. Twist my finger in. Oh, that one didn't give me enough paint. Okay, while I'm waiting for that. This is funny. I got both dogs underneath my feet again. Normally it's only just the lab. She likes to sit underneath me while I paint. The Aussie never usually comes up. She just comes up to let me know, hey, I gotta go pee. Or something else. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. While that's drying, I'm going to do the outer edge of this. I'm gonna do it the same way as I did this one with the just all that color. I'm gonna do all green from here out. So we will take the darkest green that I have. Actually, no, I shouldn't say this isn't the darkest green I have. I have lots of other dark greens, beautiful dark greens. But this is the last dark green of this hue. Okay, so we start off with 6. We're 6. Okay. I will put that one right there in the middle. Mm-hmm. This one is just actually turning out. I said on the other one that I don't try to place them exactly in the gaps that they need to be. But that one actually worked out weird. Sometimes when I eyeball them up, I eyeball them up good. So I'll put you here. I'll put you here. Okay. Okay. Put one right there. Oh, that looks cool. Every time I do one, it's like, oh, this is my new favorite. Oh, this is my new favorite. Oh, this is my new favorite. I'm glad you guys are appreciating my husband's humor. If you see this later, you'll have to apply the live chat feed so that you can see what's going on as and stuff. My husband is moderating for me so that my laptop is over here to my right hand side and it's lower, so I'm not really seeing your chats immediately. I'm stopping every so often to take a look to see what's going on. But I see that my husband is keeping everyone well entertained, which is totally fine. Okay. We've been together 27 years now. We met on on the public bus. I was leaving school late, and he was leaving work early, and we ended up getting on the same bus, riding home, and came to find out that we actually got off the same stop. So that was a whole bunch of things could have gone differently that day, but it didn't. That one is not picking up the paint. There we go. Just go back over these and just get that peak in the middle. To the side. 8. Give me 10. Living like a cat. Once this is finished, if you want to go back to the beginning of the live, once it's posted, you'll actually see other artwork, and I do traditional artwork. That you'll see another item that I've did while I was at the Art Institute, and I think everybody will like that. It's just mandalas are something that I picked up doing during COVID. During the I was working and got laid off, so I just picked it up and decided to do something a little different. I try to. My room is filled with things that that I've worked on, or things that I intend to work on. If I clean up the room, then I'll find a bunch of stuff like, oh yeah, I meant I was going to do this, and my husband will tell you, yeah, there's a certain painting that he's been waiting for how long for me to finish it. One of these days I will. It's a Star Wars painting, of course. And I did airbrush on a Darth Maul t-shirt. So he's got that too. There we go. That's a good dip. Okay. time is it here? Ooh, it's almost 8. Okay. Well, like I said, it takes me about 2 hours to do one. So we are getting there. Let me get 9, 12. All right, you're next. And 12, lead it off to the side, pop the bubble. One, 2, 3. There's the hair. Oh, come on, get out of the hair. Cool. I'm liking this one too. We've agreed we're calling it Yogi for Yogi Bear. Hey, boo boo. Right, we get that. That's dry now. So grab 10. Okay. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, that needed to pop off a little better. Yeah. Lighter color. All right. Actually, we're going to do 6. We'll do 6. All right. 6 for the lighter color. Boom. Yeah, that's what it needed. It needed that extra contrast in there to fill that. And some of these tips look kind of wet still wet from the last one, so I'm very carefully daubing it, not applying pressure. I'm actually getting a lot of paint on the tip to let it work itself into it. These two are the last two that I can of, so I will try it. Yeah, that works. Let's get a lot of paint on the end of it and lightly dab it. Yabba dabba do. Huh, no, that's... It wasn't. There we go. So there's that one. And there's that one. Whoops, let me get it into view a little better. So, thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will let you guys know if I'm doing it again next Saturday or Sunday, I should say. 4:30 is a good time, I think, to start. So right now I'm going to finish this off and go get something to eat. I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything since this morning. So thank you so much. Here, let me check everybody's thing. So, but yeah, I'm liking both of them. What I'll do is I'll take these outside once they've dried a lot better. And I will hit these up with a coat of clear glaze. And I'll take this guy out there and do it too. He needs to go out there and get glazed over too. And then I apply magnets to the back of them when they're completely dry. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good evening.